All right, lads, welcome back to Ben Does FM and my Millwall save on the 2025-26 updated database. We've got a decent episode for you today. We have got 3 games against our London rivals in Watford, Charlton and QPR. There's been a lot happening off camera as well. We've gone through some indifferent form, quite a few wins, quite a few draws. But yeah, we're going to have a look back at those results. We've also seen a couple of players leave the club. We've also got a roundup for the the summer transfer window. Not much happened. I was going to record that for you, but we ultimately didn't have any money to spend. So we couldn't get as many players in as we would like, but we will go through the players or player that we did sign. We'll show you who is leaving the club. But before we go into the episode, please do give the video a like. Please share the channel with any of your friends, anyone that loves FM, any Millwall fans, anyone that you think would be interested in coming along this journey with us. As I keep saying, we are starting this channel from scratch. We would appreciate any help in getting the channel out there. So then, lads, let's do a quick recap of the games that we played off camera. As you can see, we played quite a few in different results. A lot of games that we should have won, I felt. Birmingham, we definitely should have won. We were 2-0 up. We let that slip. Sheffield Wednesday dominated the game, certainly should have won that. And Ipswich as well, dominated that one. Leicester was a disappointing result. We managed to get ourselves back in the game. Again, had the better of the chances, but couldn't get anything there. We went on a really strong run of form. Sheffield Wednesday all the way down to Portsmouth, put on a really strong run of results. We climbed the table and then 3 draws on the bounce and a loss to Leicester has seen us slip 8 points behind the playoff picture. I do feel like we can get that back though. We have put in some really good performances, as I've said. So I do feel like we can get that back. We've got 3 games now, as I mentioned, against our London rivals in Watford, Charlton and QPR. Charlton are struggling down the bottom of the league. Watford are just above us and so are QPR. They're struggling as well. So I would like to think we can pick up a minimum of 6 points in these games. Some notable performances and players to pull out. You remember back in the previous episodes, Josh Coburn was on absolute fire. And since then, he's scored 1 goal. He has gone completely cold on us. We really need him to find that form again to help us propel up the table, but he's gone completely cold. We had a bit of a squad mutiny as well. So Aidomo Emakhu wanted a new contract. We had no money whatsoever. We couldn't offer him what he wanted. He's currently on £1,200 a week, as you can see there. He wanted 14 grand. We just didn't have that in the budget at the time. We were £1,000 overspending. He wanted 13 grand. We couldn't pay it. He got unhappy. The squad started to get unhappy. They wanted to know why we wouldn't offer him a new contract. FM doing FM things. So there was interest in him from Celtic. We managed to sell him for £4 million. Emakhu had started to put in some decent performances. We had seen a little bit of progress as well in his attributes. So a little bit of a gutting one to lose so early on the save. However, he has given us some money to play with. As you can see, we are looking at spending some of that already. Stefan Diarra on a free transfer. We're looking at getting him in as a bit of a replacement for Emakhu. Apart from that, in the summer transfer window, we managed to sign one other player, and that was Ibrahim Niane on a free transfer. As I said, Josh Coburn's form had slightly dipped. He was playing pretty much every minute of every game. We needed someone else to come in that target forward position. Niane was the man that we picked up. He scored 3 goals in 10 games so far, so not a bad return. Look, he was literally just going to be a backup and a squad player for Coburn. The £4,800 a week, probably a little bit expensive, probably a little bit overspent there, but we just wanted to get someone in. There wasn't a huge amount available. We had to look at the free transfers. We couldn't spend any money. We didn't have any money to spend. Lost Emakhu. Someone else that looks like he could be heading for an exit, Wes Harding. He wanted to get more game time. He just simply hasn't played for us. I said in a previous video, he had a ridiculous value for probably his ability. 2.5 million. Now, we have received a bid of 2.5 million from Wigan, which has obviously been accepted. So if we can get rid of Wes Harding, we'll have some wage budget, we'll have some transfer budget to spend as well. And we will be looking at adding to the squad. That's what's been happening whilst you've been away. That's what's been happening off camera. As I said, some form, some decent form, some okay form. But I think this 4-4-2, since the tactical tweaks, is really working. We're starting to find our best squad, our best players, our best 11. I'm confident we can make a run for the playoffs. As I said, we've got QPR coming up, we've got Charlton coming up. We'd expect to beat both of them. We've got Watford, who are only 6 points above us. So I'm fairly confident that we can make a run for the playoffs. As you can see, the league's pretty tight. All the way from Middlesbrough up to 6th, or all the way up to 4th, actually. Only 9 points, plenty of games still to play. So as I keep saying, I'm pretty confident we can make a run for the playoffs. We have got the Watford game coming up, so let's get into that one. Right then, guys, as I said, the Watford game coming up here. Again, we've got to look to get something from this game. 8 points, 9 points behind the playoffs currently. Yeah, we've got to look to start picking up and changing those draws into wins. We're going to go with Sarkic in goal, Danny Mack right back. We're going to start with Reece Williams. Tango's just not 100% fit. Coops is going to partner Reece Williams at centre-half. And we're going to go with Wilson Esbrand at left-back. Right midfield, Josh Bowler. He's been quite in and out of form, actually. He's either been really good or not so good. So hopefully we see him on one of his going days today. Ball-winning midfielder. We're going to go with Casper. We've found that this Casper and Luke Cundle partnership, again, in midfield has worked. Although, again, I've just seen there, Casper's form slightly dipping. So you want to see if we can pick that up. Left-hand side, we're going to go Adam Mayer. Pressing forward, we are going to go with Amaku, even though he's leaving us. And we're going to go with Josh Coburn, partner him up front in that target forward position. Let's see who the bench, who has been picked for the bench. We're going to get rid of Bradders, as we always say. Mihailo has been taking a bit of a knock. Actually, we're going to take Amaku out and play Mihailo. That's the team to face Watford. Let's see how we get on. First highlight of the game then, fellas. 26 minutes in. Let's hope it's us and hope we're going to break here. Looks like it's going to be an attack for Watford, though. Still don't like how easy teams find it to pass around us. It's got to be something we need to look at there. But yeah, teams seem to have to knock it around us pretty easily. Watford getting it out wide. Working it well into the middle. Well over the bar there. Don't mind them shooting from that sort of range. But first attack and first highlight to Watford. Well, for a London derby, not much has happened there. Again, a common theme and something we really need to work on is our shooting. Our conversion rate is absolutely poor. Yeah, we need to have a look at that. We need to work on our finishing, I think. Start of the second half then. See if we can actually have a highlight. Looks like we might have one here. Wilson Esbrand whipping it in. Bowler at the back post. Josh Coburn. Just as I said in the intro, his form has dipped. We've not seen him score as many goals. And he returns to the goals with a great header. It was actually a really well worked out wide. Good ball from Esbrand. I thought Bowler was going to get on the end of it, but Josh Coburn's managed to. A really good header in the end, running away from goal. Lions take the lead, 1-0. Corner here, Casper Gunnar whipping it in. Cooper at the back post. He's only scored one goal for us. And as soon as I said I thought he would score certainly more than 3. Expecting Coops to be more of a threat from set pieces. Another corner here, see if we can get one. There it is, Reece Williams, 2-0. A result we desperately need. Trying to close the gap on the teams above us. Watford are one of those sides, but we go 2-0 up here. We'd like to think we'll hold on. Great header at the near post there from Reece Williams. 2-0 Millwall. Reece Williams winning that header. Josh Bowler, looked like a bit of a foul on him there. He's got this out wide. I'm expecting this to be a goal. Oh, what a save. Really well worked that from us. Right, last 20 minutes. We're looking like we're starting to get the better of them. We're going to look to make some changes as well soon. It does look like we're getting the better of Watford. Playing some nice stuff here as well. And considering I've put on us playing as direct as we can, you'd expect it to go forward a lot quicker than it has been. Though I'd like us to try and win this buck at some point. It looks offside to me. Is it offside? No, it's not. It is offside. So I did look at that pass going over the top. But as I say, last 20 minutes of the game, let's make some changes. Milo's not had his best game. Let's get Niane on. Casper's been booked. We'll bring Billy Mitchell on. We'll bring Tango on at right back. Take off Josh Boland. We'll bring on Triple B. Let's see if those subs can see out the game for us in a much needed win. Sarkit's getting it forward for us. Niane's going to get under it. Coburn's picked it up. I would like Triple B to get this wide and whip it in. He's just giving it away. Good win there from Coots. Don't like this. I feel like they're going to break. I know it's ball in the box. Niane. That's the bar. Don't look like we're doing much in the match momentum, but we have had certainly the better chances, more chances. Again, I keep talking about that conversion rate. Our only 2 shots on target have resulted in us finding the back of the net. Watford knocking it around well. They're back in it. Nervous 10 minutes now. But far too easy there. I don't know who that was who got spun. Tango tried to nick it. Well, it was Reece Williams, got the wrong side. And Watford are back in it now. I'll be gutted if they manage to get something from this. See if we can get that 2-goal lead back. Oh, Tango's giving it straight to him. Mitchell's managed to cut out. I don't like this. I really don't like this. Oh, Tango's done well. I really want this to be one of our attacks. Oh, we're just giving it straight back to him. Don't like how long this has gone on for. We managed to nick it again though. Coburn, Billy Mitchell, Triple B. Can we wrap it up? Oh, what a save. What a save that was. I did think for a second there that was it. 3-1, game over. Coots won the header at the front post there as well. We should do better at that. Last 5 minutes. Can we hold on? And that is a much needed away win against Watford. Great 3 points there. Good performance in the end. We definitely had the better of the chances. Let's give the lads a bit of a lift. But yeah, much needed 3 points and a good performance there from the Lions. As I said then, guys, cracking result there. Let's just have a look at the league table, see where it puts us. 6 points behind. I really do think if we should be beating Charlton, we should be beating QPR. So we've been playing well. So I think that's 6 points. See how results go. We're certainly going to close the gap, but a good start. And as you can see here, Wes Harding is off to join Wigan and we'll be getting £1 million. That is very helpful, certainly for someone who hasn't been playing at all for us. Still need to get that transfer revenue retained percentage up, I think. Yeah, we need to start getting some more money back. I'm going to leave it because the financial status of the club isn't massively healthy. We're £2 million in the red. If we can get it up to about 75% eventually, I think that's always a good level to get at. Certainly whilst you're in the Football League, give some back to the club and then you get most of it retained. But yeah, 40% in a minute. £2 million in the bank to play with. We will have a look and see who we can probably get in. As I said, we've still got some registration places available. We've got 5 spots. If we get Diarra in, that will leave us with 4. I think, yeah, we're going to have a look to utilise the free transfer market. We might see if we can pick up a couple more players and then we might leave the last 2 spots for the January transfer window. But good start to the episode. Good win against Watford. Let's see if we can take that into the Charlton game, the big one. Let's see how we get on. Right then, boys and girls, the big one of the big ones, certainly of the season. Charlton at home. They're languishing down in 21st. It'll be good to stick another defeat on that record of 11. I cannot lose this game on camera. So let's get into the team selection for Charlton at home. Don't think it's going to be too dissimilar to the team that just won away at Watford. We're going to go with Matty Sarkic in goal. going to start with Tango at right back. We are going to stick with the centre-half pairing of Reece Williams and Coops. I don't feel like I can drop Reece Williams given that he just scored in the last game. I'm going to bring Joe Bryan back in at full-back. I'm going to start with Amaku wide right. Ball-winning midfielder. Let's go with Billy. He knows what this game's all about. Deep line playmaker. I'm going to go with Luke Cundle. Wide left, we are going to get Camille Negley in the side this week. Pressing forward, let's go with Mihailo again. I feel that he hasn't done as well as I would have hoped this year. 6.64 rating, 2 goals, want a bit more of a return. He is starting to improve ever so slightly. Again, I would like to see that, well, those certainly be improved a bit more. Technically, not great that we're seeing some red triangles there, but I would like to see a bit more from Mihailo. We are going to stick with him, though. That is the whole point of this save. So the front two, Josh Coburn isn't fully fit. We're going to have to start with him. He has scored in his last game. He hasn't been in the best form away from that, so we are going to start him. Let's get Femi on the bench. He's not happy at the minute. He's also someone that wants to leave. A bit of interest there, actually. Let's just, before we go into this, see if anyone wants to buy Femi off us. No one at the moment. But yeah, that is the team that we're going to go into this London derby against the Train Spotters. Right then, guys, here we go. As I keep saying, the big one. Let's make sure they know what this is all about. Let's pump the fists. Fans expect to win. You always expect to beat Charlton. Don't let them down. Players have reacted to that one. Come on in, you Lions. As I said, can't lose this one on camera. Can we get an early goal here? Thought Amaku was going to get us off to a flying start. Still might, to be fair. It's going to be ours all day there with Coops. Cundle run at Charlton. I do like Tango playing at fullback. Now, what you might lose from him getting forward, he's so solid defensively. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, nearly an own goal. That is a hell of a save from Maynard in the Charlton net. That's absolutely fired off the centre half there. Great ball in from Negley. See if we can do anything from the corner. I think Coops has missed that. Keeping the pressure on there, though. Joe Bryan's picked it back up, though. Can we get a ball in the box? There is that ball. Amaku, we've hit the bar. It's a great ball in. We really are putting it to Charlton here. We'd like us to score when we're on top, though, because we just, as Millwall fans, we know how this is going to play out, don't we? Here we go, as I've said it. Oh, us on the break. Amaku. Now thinking that's £4 million. Definitely well spent from Charlton. He's put it in the box. Miles Leeburn. Normally quite decent on this. Don't like the fact that Charlton are getting them out of there. Don't mind that. They can shoot from 35 yards all day. Boys playing some nice stuff at the back. We'd like to go 1-0 up for half time. Negley's going to whip this in. Here we go. Penalty. Love to see it. Absolutely manhandled at the back post there. Mihailo, who's stepping up. Josh Coburn. Can we go 1-0 up against the Train Spotters? We can. Put away emphatically from Josh Coburn. His 8th for the season. It was always going to happen, wasn't it? After me saying he hasn't scored for a few games, he's now got 2 in 2 in this London derby episode. 1-0 Millwall. Half time. Can we double our lead just before the break? It'd be nice if we could. I think we deserved it. We have. Great ball in the box from Camille Negley there. Josh Coburn with a little cartwheel to celebrate going 2-0 up. But you love to see it. He's done really well in this game, Camille Negley. He hasn't been in and out of form, but this is a great ball in the box. Thought it was offside for a second. Linesman hasn't given it, so no VAR in the Championship. Millwall double their lead. Right then, second half begins. Really solid first half. We've really restricted Charlton to not much. And as I'm going to say that, they're going to score, aren't they? Defended initially. They're going to get it back in the box. I should shut up. Shouldn't say anything. Wouldn't make for a good episode, but can't believe I've said that. And as I've said it, we won the first one. Charlton have recycled it. It's a really good ball back in the box. And Berry has stuck it away. Charlton have got a lifeline. Not really sure how they're back in this. Half an hour left. Let's have a look and make some changes. Looks like we're going to need to. A few players running on empty. I'm going to get Niane on. Kundal's going to come off for Casper. So this is a really weird thing the game does as well. Coburn is out on his feet. He's got 2 goals. If I take him off, the commentary will say they can't believe that I've taken someone off who is on a hat-trick. But he's out on his feet. We're going to leave him on for another 5, maybe 10 minutes. Tango is also a little bit jaded, so we're going to get him off. Let's see if the boys can see us through. Maku's played really well in this game. Keeping the ball well. Like to see us get it forward in the set. Coburn, this is great football. Negley again. Oh, wanted him to win that. Don't think he fancied that out wide. Don't like this now. Don't like this on the break. If they score here, I'm going to be gutted. I thought Sarkic just dived under that for a second. Right, last 15. We are going to have to take Coburn off now. We're going to have to go to the 3-5-2 to try and see this out because we haven't got anyone. Where's Harding's going to come on at centre half? People are going to be screaming at me here for these changes, but Coburn's just out on his feet. We're going to need someone to hold that ball up top. Charlton have been much better in the second half. It was all us in the first half, so I hope these changes don't let them get back in. See if we can see it out. They have gone with basically 4 up top, 5 minutes added time. That's it, we've won. We beat the Train Spotters. Massive result in the context of 1 beating Charlton, but 2 in the league table. Let's just have a look at that. 4 points behind. Much needed win. We're getting there, fellas. We are getting there, but a great result. We'll take that. Always got to beat Charlton, certainly when I'm recording it. Right then, boys and girls. I had recorded that QPR game, which was quite an exciting game in the end. We got a 91st minute equaliser. A little bit of a technical issue. My recording of the game decided to basically split the screen. So we had a half screen for the whole thing. So I'm not going to upload that with the rest of the episode. But as you can see here, it was a 2-2 draw. So we've done quite well out of those 3 games. If someone had said 7 points, I did say 6 and I'd be happy. So to get 7, I'm happy. We've closed the gap on the playoffs. We're now only 4 points behind. So yeah, I think a good episode there. I'm absolutely gutted that it wasn't on camera though. So I apologise for that. But these things happen. We're a new channel. Teething issues we're going to put it down to. Anyway, 2-2 draw against QPR. 2-1 win against Charlton. 2-1 win against Watford. A good episode, I would say. And avoiding defeat against those 3 sides is positive. As I said, we've closed the gap on the playoffs. We've done a bit of transfer business as well. We're going to praise Niane's effort and late equaliser for us. But that is the end of this episode. I just want to say, if you are watching, if you have supported us, if you have subbed already, I know there's only a few of us, thank you. But if you do know anyone that's watching who hasn't subscribed already, please do. If you know any Millwall fans, if you know anyone who loves FM, please share it with them. I will come back in the next episode and probably show you the Southampton game. So we'll play pretty much most of December and then we'll go into the January transfer window. We've got a bit of budget now. So let's see if we can add to the squad. But as I say, that is the end of this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like. Please share with someone and we'll see you on the next one.